What I do, or what CVM is all about, customer value management, it's about improving the profitability of my clients by creating customer-driven strategies.
We don't position ourselves within CVM as change consultants. We position ourselves as value creators, which is slightly different, but we do recognise that change is going to have to take place.
The benefits of Phil Allen's approach is that he's both very good at the strategic, high-level thinking, but also is quite prepared and very good at rolling his sleeves up and getting his hands dirty in some of the detail as well. This is actually quite unusual when working with consultants. Often they're either good at the strategy side or the detail, but Phil Allen's got a good grasp of both.
If you understand your customers better, and if you understand what they value and you understand what they're prepared to pay for, and you then mold your strategy and your tactics on these understandings, then you will generate sustainable competitive advantage.
One of the things that I like about this program is it begins with the end in mind. It's focused on the customers. And if we help our customers be successful, we'll be successful, and that's when we'll start to see the return on investment at our bottom line.
We take them through a whole process of really defining their value chain, who the customers are in that value chain, how they can position competitively to be profitable in that value chain, and then how to build sustainably differentiated offerings that they can sell to customers at the prices that are appropriate based on the value that they deliver to those customers. And all of that is what we call customer value management.
Why we would use CVM is really driven by one key thing: it's proven. It is a proven solution that has worked in the chemical industry and the B2B markets.
Our company is investing and seeing this really as a very important investment for our future. We believe that in a world where there's more and more offering, competitiveness, ability for our customer to choose, we really need to stand out. It's demanding, it's challenging, but it's also rewarding.
In the B2B environment, the big block to customer orientation is the product and technology orientation. The whole drive of customer value management and the CVM programs that we bring to our clients is to help them to turn the perspective round the other way and look at the world through the customer's eyes and understand what drives the customer, what they need as customers and what they value, most importantly, what they're willing to pay for.
I think Phil, as a consultant, has been quite leading in moving companies away from thinking about price. So business-to-business markets in particular tend to focus quite a lot on price, that seeing that the best opportunity is to lower your price and reduce your margin and not think about what the value of the brand is or the value of your offer.
We have already started to see bottom line improvements as a direct result of the work on customer value management. For specific tenders, we have been able to increase our prices sometimes as much as 50% over those that have previously been accepted. And in other areas across whole business areas, we've seen noticeable changes and improvements in our profitability.
The thing that impresses me about Phil is not only his knowledge, his experience, but if you want something to happen, if you want action, then Phil Allen leading that group will make it happen.
My first meeting with Phil was very much about pragmatism, examples, the way he could support us, not talking about case studies, but talking about my own issues. So it came right from the beginning obvious that he would be helpful, he would be pragmatic, and he would get to the point.
Customer value management puts more money on your bottom line.
The long-term benefits I see from the involvement of Phil Allen and CVM is this is going to change the way our company goes about doing its business. This is making us think more from put yourself in the customer's shoes. What does the customer need? And thinking about things. And this puts a completely different perspective on our approach to doing business.
Who are your customers? And are you really addressing the needs of those customers effectively? Do you understand what those customers need and value, what they're willing to pay for? And very often the answer is no. And so that's when we start to get engaged.
Phil's business model is to work with specialists, people who've got some expertise in a particular area.
We put together teams to tackle client programs really according to what the client needs.
Not only is Phil a great communicator to the team that needs to make it happen, he can drive action within a company. And most of the companies that commission Phil are looking for that. They're looking to change the way they do things, and Phil can make that change.
For me, the main difference is the personal involvement and accessibility of Phil Allen.
I would recommend Phil Allen for others who are interested in improving their relationships with their customers and using this to directly influence and increase their company bottom line.
I would definitely recommend Phil, yeah, for his sense of pragmatism. He knows what he's talking about. So you can see the experience, you can see the pragmatism, and also his willingness to share. So I would definitely recommend.
If you're looking to change your organization from a production, efficiency-driven organization to a more market-oriented organization, I can't think of a better partner than Phil Allen.
I now engage with a multitude of clients across the world. The diversity and the complexity has exploded out of all proportion, and that to me is the joy of doing what I do. I meet a huge number of really interesting people. I help them to deal with some quite complex and difficult and challenging situations, and we celebrate the successes together.